MJ in the building? What?
We are live.
Okay. Am I going to be surprised?
No, but I heard you hating over there.
I mean, do you want to cook it?
No.
I mean,
I heard you hating over there.
I mean,
I got it running.
Is that your job? I mean, help me. I mean, somebody tell me what your job is, right?
I'm substitute guy. I'm stat guy.
But this is my thing. This is all I'm saying. Am I supposed to be rewarding you for something for doing your job?
No, I wasn't asking for it to be rewarded.
I'm just asking.
No, I never said I was asking.
We still moving in slow motion on this thing. I don't know what that's all about. I don't know what you got that camera doing.
I don't either. At least we're on.
Facebook, y'all forgive me if we look like we're doing the robot on Facebook. Travis got something jacked up. Trey Bray, what's up, Trey?
Remember the last time we did this, we couldn't even get logged out.
I'm gonna need y'all to chime in because we got a lot to talk about today. Matty Ice, there you go. That's what y'all call him. I don't call his ass no Matty Ice. Yeah, that's what y'all call him. I don't know who made up that nickname. You got some music, Travis? So
I got something. Okay. I got something.
It ain't gonna be no good.
You don't know that.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see. Y'all get ready to rate Travis's opening song. We need to take a poll on Travis's opening song. Y'all know. Just give me a thumbs up or a thumb down. It ain't gonna be no good though. I guarantee you. He just got off vacation, so it might be something from Barbara Mandrell or
not
Dolly Parton, Conway Twitty, some old school country.
I don't listen to country.
Little River Band, something like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Nope, none of that.
It'll be something like that.
By the way, I forgot to tell you, Megan and I, we won trivia on the ship. We got a free bottle of champagne.
I believe it.
That was cool.
I believe it.
Yeah.
That's what country people do. Country people always win. If you look at all the trivia contests, they're won by country people. Because when you sit around listening to country music, you just read trivia books.
We got 22 out of 20, possible 24 points on music. So.
Come on, get ready. Music ready right now. Come on. Oh, that's you?
That's me.
Oh, that's supposed to be you? You supposed to be the Mac? Is that what you trying?
I'm back.
Now, that is funny right there. That is funny. That is hilarious.
Hello.
Welcome to Straight from the Hip. I'm your host, Coach Gerald Boo Mitchell, coming to you live from Sugar Hill, Georgia. Here with my co-host today, Mr. Travis Butler. Jason Allen is a little under the weather.
Yep.
Which is hard for me to believe Jason's really under anything. Big as he is. But anyway, we're being brought to you by the Playbook. Follow us on Twitter at Playbook Athlete. Got a lot of stuff to talk about today. First of all, let me thank all the folks in the building. Been here for the last few minutes. Trey Braid is here. Michael Jackson, Mr. Peavy. If you're on here and I can't see you, I'm sorry. Those are the names that I see going across the screen. So, and I don't know why Travis don't have up who's on YouTube over there. But again, Travis happy about doing his job. But your job is also to see who's up on YouTube.
It's just not popping up.
And see, Travis ain't got to work.
I at least got this thing on.
See, he's happy. He got half his job done, and he's happy as hell.
Yep.
He want me to throw him a cookie because he got half his job done. Y'all, I'm telling you, this is what's wrong with America right here. This is the American work ethic right here. You see right here.
Very much so.
That's exactly why American cars. I don't even like buying American cars because of this right here. This is the American worker right here. Hey, I got half of the nuts put on that transmission. So therefore, I did my job. I did my job.
Don't talk to me about cars right now.
I know. I bet you drive an American car, don't you? Yes. Exactly. I know. Yeah, Jason might be under the influence. You right about that, Jerry. I'm going to tell him what you said, Jerry. See? You always act like you Jason's partner. Uh-huh. Now he's out. Now look at Jerry cracking on him, talking about he's under the influence.
Jason, just see that it's all everybody else is saying stuff about you. I haven't said one thing.
I'm not saying anything other than him being Black Tony because he is Black Tony. Uh-huh. Now, who's missed the most days on this show? Thank you. Exactly. Jason Allen. But you know what? I'm just chill. I'm just saving my days so that this summer when I go on vacation, I'm be out for a minute.
There you go.
I might be gone for a month.
Is Black Man going to be gone too? Is he going with you?
Black man is never. Black man is always around.
Okay.
Turn that light on, Travis, over there. Yeah, I'll get some light in here. It ain't light enough. There we go. I couldn't see Travis, y'all. I'm sorry. I had to turn the light on because I had to keep my eye on Travis. So we didn't have the lights on here. Now that's much better. Much better. Well, the first thing we're gonna talk about today is thing everybody's talking about. The whole Kobe Bryant Memorial celebration of life, whatever you want to call it today. It was a sad day for me. I'm not good at that stuff. I'm still mourning the loss of my dear friend, Fred Ferguson. I was on an airplane the other day coming back from, we'll talk about that in a few minutes, come back from Louisville, Kentucky for the USA Football National Convention. And as I looked out the window, I don't even like sitting next to the window. Somehow or another, I got stuck next to the window on one of my flights. When I looked out there and saw those clouds and, we just on that little perfect area in the sky where you're actually really just riding on the clouds. And I looked out there and all I could think about was Fred. And I was like, old Fred is up here somewhere having a ball right now. And so, you think about the loss of a loved one like that. I take my hat off to what's her name, Kobe's wife.
Yep.
I don't know how she got there today, and she almost didn't. You saw her many times have to kind of pull up, and the emotions were getting to her. Because if I had lost a child and a wife or whatever the case may be, dude, I mean, they might be having me on life support, trying to recover from that. So for her to even be up there was a lot today, and so I take my hat off to her for that. But dude, that's tough. That's a tough situation right there. So. A lot of things were said, and Michael Jordan even joked a little bit. Michael said, hey, y'all gonna have me on another one of them memes now.
Another crying
meme and all that other stuff. Because Michael Jordan was up there crying like a baby.
Yes.
And he said, everybody thought that me and Kobe were competitive against each other and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, I mean, I was trying to just be a big brother. And so he and Kobe had a wonderful relationship. They were real close. Cassidy Winter. Hey, Cat, that's my baby right there.
Yeah.
That's my baby. Hey, Cass, how you doing, baby? How's your baby? Matter of fact, she just that's one of the best female football players on the planet.
Okay.
I mean, she can go. She's actually a rugby player, but she also plays women's tackle football.
Okay.
And that young lady right there can play. And she just had a baby that's a beautiful little baby. I'm going to have to come see that baby one day.
Yeah.
My baby's baby. Hey, Miss Peavy. Anyway, so give us your thoughts about the whole COVID thing. Here's my thing. I don't want anybody saying, oh, I wish they just stopped this and it's been long enough. Listen to me. When you are mourning,
right,
and when it is, I'm kind of glad, to be honest with you, to see that they still talking about it and everything, because I think a lot of times, especially when it's an icon, we don't mourn long enough.
Right.
We don't mention it long enough. It's like, okay, we're gonna give him 3 or 4 days, and it's time to move on.
Especially in the sports world when there's always something going on.
Yeah, I just think that, we done gave Antonio Brown about 3 or 4 months of that nonsense.
3 or 4 years.
I know you can go on. I know we can give Kobe Bryant, at least a couple months.
Right.
So everybody be patient with that, because I've heard some people kind of saying that and saying, listen, we need to get over it. We need to move on. But the bottom line is that's significant. And when you hear people like Ice Cube, who I watched today, you hear Michael Jordan, you hear so many people talk about
Shaq,
the Kobe that we didn't even know about. Because, see, we knew about the slam dunking, rim rocking, 3-point shooting, last buzzer beater. That's the Kobe Bryant we all knew. But, I mean, the Kobe Bryant they knew was like somebody who I wish, I'm trying to get to know now. Because when I hear them talk about, how thoughtful he was, how smart he was, how innovative he was, all of those things he was doing behind the scenes for basketball and whatnot, and yada, yada, yada. Dude, I'm trying to get to know more about Kobe Bryant. I'd like to read a book just to see about some of the things that, because, Kobe's mind was out here somewhere. I mean, as far as the game of basketball is concerned. I mean, and even business, things that he was doing in regards to business and whatnot. So I think that, that's important to note because, like I said, when you want to condemn and dismiss and do all this other stuff, man, let that stuff go on and let people, remember this man the way that they're trying to remember.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and even, Shaq brought that up about his, especially his mindset.
Yeah.
And, in practice, he was, even in practice, he, of course, in games, it was, I'm going to be the one that takes a shot at, the Mamba mentality.
Mm-hmm.
He talked about that today and brought up a story about how, a few of his teammates at the time playing for the Lakers, were kind of turned off a little bit. And he basically said, don't worry about them.
Yeah.
You're the guy. For a reason, and you need to. If you're going to play like this, you're going to practice like this, and go for it. So it kind of showed his mentality, not just in games, but just in basketball, and then carrying on to after basketball total.
Just for the record, and I mean this is on record. Everybody knows this.
Mm-hmm.
There's only one thing more fierce, more deadly than the Mamba mentality, and that's the black man mentality. I'm just telling you that right now. If y'all don't know, if y'all knew black like I knew black, that black man mentality, I'm just going to hold up right there. Ain't nothing else to say.
Okay.
And I only had to go on. I only had to move on. I have to say another word. That black man mentality. Ooh, woo. I'm talking about not black men.
Okay.
Black man.
Black man.
Remember, 17,314,000. 819 black men in this world right now.
Okay. There's
only one black man.
Friend of the superheroes.
Trying to tell you right now. Just so you know. So I'm just trying to tell you. And y'all, hey, you can laugh if you want to. I'm just trying to tell you. That black man mentality.
I believe it. I believe it.
You'll see that you don't know nothing about this. Malcolm X sit there and do like that. Ooh. It's finna go down somewhere. It's finna go down somewhere. I've been trying to get him back on the show. He's busy.
I was just about to ask you.
But if I bring black man back on this show, and you see black do that right there, it's going down somewhere. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it at that. I ain't gonna say nothing else. I ain't gonna talk about what's next time. I ain't gonna talk about no more.
Okay.
I ain't gonna talk about
next topic. We're gonna talk about USA football and what you did over this weekend, and just talk a little bit about USA
Terry's
football.
In the building. Yeah,
hey,
listen.
Terry.
I went to a USA football conference on this weekend. They have it once a year. This year it was in Louisville, Kentucky.
Okay.
Listen, I like Louisville and all that. And Terry, I'm glad you're on the show because I need you to hear me. Has anybody ever flown through North Carolina, Charlotte's airport?
Yes.
That's the worst airport on the planet. I mean, I'm trying to write. Who do I need to contact?
It is not the worst airport in the
planet. Hell it isn't. Who do I need to call to get something done about that airport? I'm telling you right now, I'm trying to send. First of all, American Airlines going to get a piece of my mind. Now they might throw it in the trash can, whatever, but somebody finna get a piece of my mind. That is the worst airport I have ever been to in my life. That's number one. Number two, all the planes they got come in dusty. Look like they've been dusting fields. Like all the planes are just big crop dusters. I mean, I sat on a plane that had about 50 seats on it. I didn't even know those planes still existed.
Yeah.
I mean, I was shocked.
Well,
I was in a state of pure shock because I had no idea.
Okay.
I mean, I'm used to flying out of Hartsfield, Jackson.
Yep.
I mean, international
why didn't
airport.
You, by the way?
See, Terry said, yes, it's awful. Let me tell you something. When we first got there, when I landed from Atlanta, and then I land there, we sit on the tarmac for 30 minutes.
Okay.
The man comes on and says, they just told us at the gate they short on people today. They don't have anybody to dock us right now. Has anybody ever heard that before? Has anybody ever heard? Well, you must have been at Charlotte when it happened.
I have.
I mean, that's crazy. It's Friday. That is the biggest. How you don't have enough people on a damn Friday? I can see if it was like a
Tuesday,
Wednesday, or something. It's Friday. I mean, like Friday morning. Who doesn't travel on Friday morning? That is like the biggest travel time in the world. And you don't have enough people? Dude, look, I'm just trying to tell you. Do not boycott Charlotte. I'm throwing a boycott.
Okay.
Any flights going through Charlotte, just boycott. Man, shut that thing down until they get it fixed right. Okay. It was crazy.
Right.
I mean, I'm texting my best friend Brad, Terry's brother-in-law. I'm texting Brad like, dude, I'm in Charlotte. I mean, what the hell is this? And I mean, straight up crop dusters. Every plane that I tried to fly out of Charlotte this weekend, both there and back, was late.
Mm-hmm.
The first time when I was going to Louisville, 2 hours late. And I already had an hour and a half layover. Uh-huh. 2 hours on top of that, dude. I'm like 4 hours late getting to my destination.
Now, you sure that didn't have anything to do with Louisville?
I'm just telling you this. No. Louisville was fine. Louisville was fine.
Okay.
It was Charlotte.
Okay.
When we fly in from Louisville on my way back, I see planes lined up. It looked like I-75 during rush hour. That's how they got airplanes backed up trying to get the hell out of here.
Right.
I was like, ain't no way in the hell we're going to be out of here on time. But dude, read what Terry said. I can't read it.
There's never enough people to help you, and they never know never anywhere to sit. Everyone is very cranky.
Listen, I text Brad. I said, dude, I'm in your airport again. I promise you this will be my last time ever in this airport if I can get the hell out of here. Uh-huh. And there are people like running through the airport. I said, all them white, I don't see any black folks running. I said, they run through here like O.J. Simpson in that Avis commercial. I said, the only difference is they're not black. They're just white people. I said, this airport is as big as some of my clients' houses that I go to. I mean, it ain't like this a big airport. I don't know why you run it anyway.
Right.
And what in the world would they do if they tried to get through Atlanta?
They're trying to be like Cam Newton, running in Charlotte everywhere.
Hey, Bradley, I'm talking about your airport, son. That's my nephew right there. Bradley, y'all's airport in Charlotte, dude, somebody close that thing down. I mean, that thing needs to be I don't think it's safe. Right. I do not believe it's safe. There is at no point when I was in that airport from the time, once we got in y'all's airspace, I didn't feel safe. Once I got in the airspace of Charlotte, I could tell because I did not feel safe. That place is awful. That is the worst damn airport. It's definitely in the United States. Now, I don't know what they got over in, Botswana or whatever, or something like that. Or Kilimanjaro. I think they got a pretty rough airport over there, I heard.
Yeah.
But in America, that is the worst damn airport. And that damn thing needs to be shut down.
Okay.
It's horrible. Service, everything.
Right.
Bad. I mean bad. And rude. Oh my God. The people who are serving food and whatnot, I dare to go try to get me some doggone Panda Express. Lord have mercy. I mean, oh my God. Just straight up rudeness. And it wasn't just me, everybody. What is that?
Somebody call the wambulance.
I know. Yeah, call them. Call them. I'm just telling you right now. Dude, that was awful. Worst experience I've ever had at the airport. Now, let me get to the conference. For those of you who don't know, there's an entity out there called USA Football, which is funded by the NFL, amongst other people. I think the U.S. Olympic Committee gives them some money. It's a lot of people that do the funding for it, but it's primarily the NFL. And the mission of USA Football is to preserve football, especially on the youth level. Okay. Because obviously you can't have big football players if they don't start off as little football players.
Right.
So they are trying to preserve the football. And, there's a lot of stuff going on that y'all don't hear about, might not know about, where like in some states, they are actually trying to legislate out football.
Okay.
And have no more football. They're saying no tackle football until age 12.
Okay.
And this kind of stuff and blah, 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 blah. So these folks are behind the scenes doing things to, try to preserve football. Like they're trying to introduce flag football. They're trying to introduce minimum contact football. Like they have this thing called these bars that they put on your back.
Okay.
So it's something that kind of attaches around your waist, to your shoulder pads. And there are 2 bars on the back of it. So that when you tackle people, you don't really tackle them. You go and grab those bars and snatch at least one of the bars off. And if you do that, that person is down right there. You can't take them to the ground. If you take them to the ground, that's actually a penalty.
Okay.
So I learned a lot of stuff.
A little bit like flag football, but a little more advanced.
It's a little bit more advanced, a little bit tougher than flag football. And it's kind of trying to bridge flag football over to full contact football. Okay. I mean, I'm not a fan of that, but I'm just telling you that's what they're doing. I see somebody just threw up a mad face. Listen, don't be mad at me, damn it. I'm just trying to report it. I'm just telling you what it is. Don't send me no mad face. Who is that, Mr. Peavy? Probably you people. Don't send me no mad face. I'm just trying to tell you what they're trying to do. I don't support that. I said, listen.
Don't shoot the messenger.
I said, listen, y'all, let me make sure I understand something. We Gwinnett County football. This is what people call the SEC of high school football. I can't bring nothing like that back to them. Man, they'll run me up out there talking about some doggone tackle bar football or some flag football. Man, we invented football in Gwinnett County. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, we ain't about to do no stuff like that. We ain't that be moving backwards. Thank you, Andy Griffith. That's what I felt like when I was in I felt like I was in Mayberry when I flew into doggone Charlotte. But anyway, that's part of what they did. The key speaker there was my man Herman Edwards, the head coach at Arizona State.
Arizona State, yep.
And I mean to tell you, I enjoyed Herman Edwards to no end. Let me look at some of the stuff I wrote down. Herman Edwards. Let me just tell you a couple quotes. No coach in the history of coaching has ever given a kid talent. If you are a coach, then you are an information provider. That's it. That's all you are, is an information provider. That's what Herm said. Herm said, hey, that kid either has talent or he doesn't have talent. You can't give that kid talent. But the bottom line is you can give him all kinds of information. Now, some of that information might be how to do this better, how to do that better, whatever. But at the end of the day, that's it. That's all you got. I thought that was good. He said, I am not a rules coach. So he said he don't care about a kid with his shirt hanging out or whatever, or, a kid got a tattoo, or a kid. He said, man, I don't care about all that. He said, I expect 3 things from my player. 3 things, that's it. Number 1, be on time. Did y'all hear that? I mean, all the dumbass parents listening. I got a bunch of dumbass parents don't think it's important to be on time. I can tell by the way when you bring your kids to me. Kids be coming in late. Some kids be coming in almost a half hour late. And where is there any kind of sense in that?
Right.
Be on time. That was number 1. Number 2, what he calls words and actions.
Okay.
Your words got to match up to your actions. If you say you're going to do something, then do it.
Right.
If you say, Coach, I want to be the best football player ever, then your actions are to act like you're trying to be the best football player. So words and actions got to match. That's number 2. And number 3, compete. That's it. That's all I expect from my players. Those 3 things.
Okay.
That's it. I don't care about all the rest of it. That's it. I thought that was good too. Either you are coaching it or you're allowing it to happen. Think about that. That's deep right there. I'm gonna let y'all marinate on that for a second. And then he said, as a coach on any level, this was good. Now listen to this, all you coaches out there. Y'all listen to this, Peavy. Richard Hood, listen to this. Whatever town or community you coach in, you are a celebrity. Whatever you do off the field still reflects on you. You are an ambassador of the game of football.
Yep.
Wherever you are, whatever coaching level you're on. So like I said, you think I'm a youth coach, it ain't that big of a deal. Yeah, right. It is.
It is.
Yeah, it is. You out there coaching them doggone 6-year-old kids running around with a North Gwinnett football jersey on and whatnot. You wearing a North Gwinnett hat and shirt and all that other stuff. People view you as an ambassador to the game of football when you're doing that. So when you go out and do something stupid and get a DUI or whatever the case may be, or God knows what, that's big. That's big what you doing that. Something that like Felicia McElhaney Goodson would do. And she ain't in here, is she? I want to make sure she's not here. Anyway, when you do something like that, it definitely affects the community. It affects a lot of people when you do something like that. Right. And like they say, when you're a coach, you will influence the lives of more young people in one season than most people do for their whole life. And that's true too. So understand those kind of things. But anyway, Herm Edwards was off the chain. He's worth the price of admission. Mm-hmm. He was almost worth what I went through in Charlotte.
Almost.
On both ends. Almost. But somebody please. I mean, y'all help me shut that airport down. I mean, it's just not safe for the community. Right. And oh boy, I hadn't had a chance to talk to him yet. Wait till a black man come back and I tell him about Charlotte. Okay. He might shut that thing down the night I tell him about it. I'm gonna tell you that because black can shut that thing down. Oh yeah. But anyway, I'm just trying to tell you, USA football and another good part of it, Merrill Hodge. Y'all need to get his book. Now I got his book for free. Come in, Merrill, like that. Right. And Black introduced me to Merrill a long time ago. Okay. So anyway, he autographed my book and all. I did wind up, Jason. I did get you a book, by the way, because you said you wanted to read mine when I got done with it. But I don't want to get all chicken grease and stuff on my book, so I got you your own book because I don't. Merrill signed mine and everything. I'm not trying to have no taco meat and all that stuff inside my book when you get it back. So anyway.
Hi, Miss Goodson.
The name of is she? Oh, I didn't know she was on here. Anyway, the name of the book is Brainwashed. Okay. And it's got a little subtitle about the plot to end football. And but he basically talks about CTE. And he's also, everybody said, well, Merrill Hodge don't know nothing about no CTE. He co-authored it with a doctor, okay, who is buying into everything he says. So, like I said, but the bottom line is, it is definitely worth the read. So if you haven't read that book yet, guys, y'all need to see that book, and we need to get that kind of information out to all of our youth parents and everything else. That's big. Okay. That's very big. But in any event, it was a great weekend. Met a lot of good people, a lot of good folks in other states. We all are talking about the struggles that we're having, trying to get our numbers up, mm-hmm. and everybody's numbers are going down and that kind of thing. But as a whole, football around the country has only lost about 4%, has only declined about 4%. And there were some times when it was taking a lot bigger drop. Right. But now it's just down to a 4% drop. And we're starting to get people to kind of come back to football and whatnot. Football is as safe as it's ever been. We're even trying to make it safer. We're doing all kinds of things to get background checks on people. That's the big thing now. Right. There's one state that said, I think it's Wisconsin or something. They had a whole like 11 Alive, the I-Team or 11 Alive News or whatever, did an expose on who's coaching your kids. Do you know who's coaching your kids? And they were finding people who were like sex offenders and other places. Now they come in to move in somewhere and they're coaching kids and whatnot. Wow. So it was big. It was big. So in any event, like I said, it was a pretty good conference. Okay. Pretty good conference.
Now, just with USA football, is it all age groups? Is it up to college kids? Is it mainly focused on youth?
It stops at high school like that. I'm pretty sure, and that's a good question. But I know when being there this week, there were high school coaches and then there's youth coaches. Okay. I think that's kind of the levels where what they focus on. I don't think they kind of do anything with high school and that kind of stuff. Okay. Yeah, Terry, Jason does. Jason likes chicken. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Messing up my book. But anyway, he probably got that chicken from Miss Goodson because, she makes some greasy chicken. I'm going to tell you what I heard. Listen, don't get mad at me. That's what's in the street. I'm giving you the tea. Felicia Goodson makes some greasy ass chicken. I'm just telling you. That's what the parents say.
I don't believe that.
That's what the parents say. I'm just telling you. Hey, y'all know I'm going to tell like it is. I report like it is. Did y'all see my post out there I put on not Straight From Hip, but the Playbook website about Matt Ryan? Yeah. I got that straight. I'm telling you. Y'all saw it. It says sold. And that was it right there.
To the XFL team in Cleveland?
Keeping it real. Okay. Cleveland Crybabies. I'm telling you. I hear they're going to be good. That's what but that's what they say every year about teams coming out of Cleveland. Football teams out of Cleveland.
See the backup to Johnny Manziel or the third string to Johnny Manziel?
Who's that?
Matt Ryan.
No, you didn't read the article.
I read most of it.
Yeah, but you didn't read it because They got a new guy coming in.
Okay.
It ain't Johnny Manziel. This is gonna be the Cleveland Crybabies. Manziel don't play for the Crybabies. He played for the other Crybabies in Cleveland. But in any event, I'm just trying to tell you, y'all need to read that little article they had about Matt Ryan. Hey, once again, I don't create the news. I just report it. Okay. It's just that simple.
And it just so happens that you're the only one reporting it.
What do you mean? I don't know why. That's because I get the scoop. Y'all go and read down that list of stuff we've been talking about. I'm about to give y'all some more scoop right here. Watch this right here. What we got next?
NFL CBA. What's going on?
Everybody hear this. Listen, I'm going to tell you something. Jason sent it to me. One of the funniest clips I've ever seen was on Undisputed. Shannon Sharp talking about the CBA. He said every time they have a CBA, all the football players are just worrying about petty mess. He's like, they want to worry about petty stuff. They're not worried about health insurance or licensing agreements or anything like that. He said there's two things that they're worried about: less practice and being able to smoke weed. He said, I have heard from sources those are the two top things that the players are worried about. He said, what's the name? Who's the commissioner of football?
Goodell.
Roger Goodell. You know, Roger Goodell been negotiating with the NFL about, his compensation and all this. He already makes like $40 million a year.
Right.
But his compensation, he said, listen, as far as my compensation is concerned, I want, lifetime that I think he wants flight privileges or something like that he gets to fly anywhere he wants for free or whatever. And he wants lifetime medical. Okay. Lifetime medical. And he wants a lifetime airplane where he can fly wherever, this, that, other. Those are the kind of things that he's focused on. The football players, all they want is less practice and weed. That is the overwhelming thing. There it is. Somebody posted on there. Did you post that on there?
Yes, I did.
Yes, sir. Y'all watch that thing that Travis just put out there. That thing is hilarious. He calls them out. He's like, football players always want some more petty junk. and it's funny. It's funny. But here's the deal. And like they said, the owners they're not really trying to negotiate a CBA. They're basically telling them, this is what y'all are going to get right here.
Okay.
So they won a 17th game.
Yep.
And everybody wants more football. But this is the thing about it. Here's the thing about it. Do you really want more football? See, this where I kind of come in right here. Do you really want more football? Look at basketball. Hold on.
Oh yeah, go.
Hold on. Okay. Look at NBA basketball.
Uh-huh.
Do you really want to watch a game where now, since they got so many football games, let's say it gets up to 20. Now the NFL starts doing load management, like the NBA does. So now you go to a game and you watching all scrubs out there.
I've heard.
No Brady.
Yeah.
No Deshaun Watson. No JJ. Think about if you went to see a football game, because I did. Matter of fact, while we talking about it, I did. I went to go see Bradley Roby play in Houston, Texas.
Right.
And he didn't play that game because they'd already clinched a playoff berth. And so they decided to put their players on load management. And they were playing against the Titans. And the Titans basically beat the brakes off of them because they had Deshaun Watson. They had Bradley Roby. They had Hopkins, J.J. Watt, all of these guys on load management and didn't want to play them because of an extra game, if you will, because they're like, well, we already got our. So do you really want more football? Because when you start asking for more football, and I learned this week. I didn't even know this. I learned this at the conference. Okay. Do you know how many full pad practices they're allowed to have in the NFL for a 16-week season?
The whole season?
The whole season.
Like 16.
Full pad.
It's
14.
Like I was going to say, it's almost like one a week, basically. 14
full pad practice. That's all you get. So for y'all thinking they're out there beating each other up every day, and man, they aren't allowed to get in full pads more than 14 times a year. A year.
And that's after the season starts, not
that's what I'm talking about.
Yep.
After the season starts, 14 times. That's it. Herman Edwards told us that.
Okay.
14 times for the whole year. Is that not crazy? And these jokes talking about they want less practice. Well, I tell you what, that was funny to me. I mean, watch that clip from Shannon Sharp. That thing is funny.
And talking about, the 17 games, I've heard that if they do the 17 games, a possible extra bye weeks in play, a possible situation where they actually will make every player in the NFL sit out one game so that it lessens injury and concussions.
Who wants that?
I'm just saying.
I don't want that.
I've heard that. I don't want it either.
I don't want that.
That's what I've heard.
That's why I'm saying. Before you get all excited about a 17th game and, we want more football. Do you want more football that looks like the XFL? I mean, who wants that? I don't want that. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see the XFL. Me and Travis just talking. I'm averaging about 15 minutes is all I can give the XFL. That's the whole weekend. 15 minutes of my weekend can be spent on the XFL.
I'm about half an hour.
And for those of you doing math, I mean, that's, 4 games. That's about 3 minutes and 45 seconds a game. That's all I got. And then after that, I got to switch the channel. I would rather watch SpongeBob SquarePants than watch the XFL. I mean, give me something else. Give me anything. Teletubbies, anything.
Soccer's coming on next week.
I almost would rather watch that. That's about all I would rather not watch is soccer or rugby or lacrosse or something like that. But I'm just telling you, that is a bad product that they got out there, and I don't think it's going to last. I don't think it's that many people watching.
Right.
Whenever they do move that camera back, I don't see that many people in the stands. And I don't see how they're going to sustain the league. I don't see how unless everybody just getting toe up and drinking alcohol like it's going out the yin yang, I don't know how they're going to sustain the league.
Yep.
I mean, because, it's got to be costing them some money
yep.
to keep that train rolling. And, Bob Stoops and, you got some big name coaches out there now.
Yep.
Jim Zorn, they ain't out there doing it for free.
Oh, no. I think it'll work for the cities that they're in that don't have football, but like Seattle, who has of course the Seahawks have a team, and now they have an XFL team. I don't know if it's going to work for cities that already have an NFL team, but like I watched a little bit of St. Louis play yesterday, and they looked like it was a pretty packed stadium from what I could see, and it looked like it was mainly full.
It might last a minute.
So for some of these cities that don't have regular NFL teams, I think it could work.
Trust me, from somebody who used to coach an arena football team, when you see arenas packed like that, they're giving away tickets. They don't care. They're just trying to get people in there to drink and eat and trying to make the money that way. Trying to say, hey, just bring in the masses. Let's just let them in free.
Yep.
And hope that they'll drink and eat and all that so we can make some money that way. I'm telling you. That's what they do. So, and that might be what's going on. Guys, you don't. I'm just saying, before you get all excited about, hey, there's going to be a 17th game and this and that, pump the brakes. Pump the brakes on that because we don't want to see that jump. Terry, I agree with you. Yeah, I know. They are those poor guys. They might break a nail. I mean, it's just funny to me that, when you hear something like that, because I'm going to tell you right now, I did not know that.
Right.
I didn't know they only practice full pass 14 times a season. That's insane to me. I mean, to an old school guy, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Come on, what you got next?
Well, keep going kind of with the NFL and the CBA type stuff. Of course, the owners have, made their minds up. The players don't know what the hell they do. The player reps are supposed to be voting next week. But
here's the thing. The player reps already vote. They voted it. But here's the thing is, just so you know, the player reps negotiated with the owners to come up with what they took to the masses.
Okay.
When the masses decided, before they were trying to decide, should we really do this or not, they undid what they voted to undo what they'd already done. And I mean, this is the thing about it. And here's what I don't understand. What is the guy named? DeMaurice, whatever his name is, the head of the Players Association?
Demarius Smith or
whatever.
Smith.
Dude, what's he doing? I mean, what's he there for? I mean, if you worried that these knuckleheads can't, tie their shoes right or whatever the case may be, why aren't you stepping in and being like, dude, this is a chunk that they're trying to give to y'all? I mean, I'm just telling y'all now. I mean, does he not go to those meetings and be like, hey, y'all know what the hell you're talking about? Let me bring me in there. Let me talk to him.
Right.
And say, listen, do y'all really know what extending this? Because after this 17th game, guess what's going to happen? 18's on the way. I mean, when does it stop?
Team in London. Yeah.
When do you say enough is enough as far as number of games? I mean, do y'all have any number in mind, or is it just, well, we're gonna cross that bridge when we come to it? Stand up for something. Say, hey, listen, we got guys dying at the age of 32 after they leave football, and we got all these problems going on. No, we're not playing anymore. 16 is enough. Or if you do decide on 17, I'm not telling you not to decide on 17, but if you do decide on 17, have some purpose behind this. Take a stand. Say, listen, we'll go ahead and do this 17 thing, but now after that, we're going to shut it down.
Right.
We're not doing any more 17. Once we get 17, we're done. I mean, that's all I'm saying. Have a plan. Have a plan is all I'm saying. That's my final comment on that, because I don't think there is a plan. I think it's, as long as you cut down practice and let us smoke weed, we'll play 20 games. It don't matter. Let us go.
Give them just a few more things.
Yeah, because we'd be playing 20 anyway if we went to the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
But if you like an Atlanta Falcon, that ain't going to happen. No. So, I mean, when you going to get your run? And like you said, I think a team would work in Atlanta for the XFL.
Yeah? Yeah,
Big B thinks we going to play for them. So anyway, come on.
Okay, next topic. Georgia football just hired a new strength and conditioning coach. Well, I guess he's not technically the strength and conditioning coach for Georgia.
That's right. Yes. He is going to be the special teams coach for Georgia. Folks, that's big for Georgia. I'm going to tell you right now.
Scott Cochran is the
Kirby
individual's
Smart.
name.
Kirby Smart just hired his best recruit ever. That's the best thing that if you know Scott Cochran, like I know Scott Cochran, dude, it's more to him just being a strength and conditioning coach. That man is a motivator. I mean, you want to talk about a coach and get somebody to run through brick walls? That is huge for University of Georgia. I'm not a University of Georgia fan.
Right.
But I'm telling you, for those folks who are University of Georgia fans,
be happy.
You just got one heck of a coach there. And I'm telling you right now, he will survive any coaching change or whatever. So once they fire Kirby, the next coach that comes in, he'll keep Cochran. Watch and see what I tell you.
Yeah.
Watch and see what I tell you. That man is amazing. He is an amazing motivator, everything. I mean, I'm excited about having him here. That makes me want to go to the University of Georgia clinic now.
Yeah.
I mean, they have a clinic over there. I go over there and see Coach Cochran. Okay. That's a heck of a dude.
Now, did he play? Do you know a little bit of his
I don't really know I don't know that much about his background.
Okay.
I don't. Here's my thing. Kirby just wanted to get him in the building, I'm sure. Because, he probably might take over the whole – because when you hire a strength coach, that ain't necessarily a football hire.
Right.
That's a university hire.
Okay.
So, like I said, they might have a dude that's under contract for, another couple of years. So, Kirby's going to hide him in there as that, and then he'll move him in, when that guy's contract comes up, whatever. Who knows? Because there's a lot of politics normally that go into any hire of that magnitude or whatever. Because I guarantee you, they're paying Coach Cochran a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's making a grip over there with Nick Saban at Alabama.
Yep.
So I guarantee he's making some money. So
and those strength coaches are, one could argue, is probably the second most important coach on any staff, because they're with the players more than any other coach.
No doubt.
It's
while Nick Saban's gone recruiting, like he came over when we were in the playoffs and watched Jordan Hancock practice and then extended the offer to him right there on the football field. While he's out doing that, guess who's at home with the real team?
Yeah.
I mean, that's Coach Cochran's job. Guess who's at home making sure? Guess whose head's gonna roll if one of them Joes go out and get drunk, and get locked up or whatever? Coach Cochran, because they respect him, because he's like, listen, I'm gonna let y'all go today, and if anything happens over the weekend, X, Y, Z.
Yeah. And
they have enough respect for him to be like, no, we're not gonna let that happen. He takes care of the football team while Saban's on the road and doing what's necessary for him to recruit and get the type of players he needs to get in there. Cochran's taking care of the nest.
Typically, the strength and conditioning coach, that's your discipline coach too. So if something goes wrong, he's, head coach will go, these 3 players right here, go see the strength and conditioning coach for an extra hour after practice. And they're going to make you pay for it.
So that's a big catch. Yep. That's a big catch for them.
So next up is the big boxing match, Fury versus Wilder, that happened.
I don't know what boxing match you saw or what boxing match. Dude, that was terrible. Listen to me. And I mean, this is my thing. And y'all can say, you blah, 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 blah. I said from the beginning, I didn't want to see this fight.
Yep.
Because I saw the first fight. And if you know anything about boxing, if you've ever put on a pair of gloves, you knew that Deontay Wilder was not a boxer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to me, that's like going and getting somebody out of Joe's Crab Shack, who you just saw get in a fight and get arrested by the police, and put him in the ring with a professional boxer.
But he was undefeated.
Just because he can swing. Yeah, but that's just because he and look at who he boxed. He really boxed anybody. I mean, his last fight, he did go up against a real boxer.
Mm-hmm.
And on everybody's scorecard, he had lost every round up until the time he was lucky, threw a lucky punch and knocked the guy out.
Right.
I mean, when you're in there with a real boxer, I mean, that's why they call it the sweet science. Guys, boxing ain't just about going in there and just winging and whatnot. I mean, it is a skill. I've kickboxed before.
Okay.
And I love kickboxing. Do a little MMA stuff and whatnot. I love doing that. But when you do that, you understand that there is a science to that. Like, I haven't done it in so long, I wouldn't get in there right now against Felicia Goodson. I'm telling you right, well, first of all, I'd knock her out. But anyway, I mean, I wouldn't get in there because you got to learn to get your distance back.
Right.
And there's an art to doing all that. You can't just jump in and out like that and just be boxing. I mean, it is a real skill to doing that, and you have to have the ability. If you don't have the ability to do that, you don't need to be getting in the boxing ring.
Okay.
And I didn't see the fight because I ain't no way in the world I would pay for it.
Right.
And the people who know me know I'm not going to any sports bar at any time for anything to watch no boxing match. And like I said, there's no way I would take part in anything like that. But from what I saw, it was straight garbage.
Right.
And the thought that it said Deontay Wilder has it in his contract today.
He gets a rematch.
He gets a rematch and all that. I want to see that again. Who wants to see that again? Raise your hand. Exactly. Nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants to see that. I was embarrassed for the sport. And if that's what boxing has gotten to or come down to now, I'm done with it. I don't need to watch boxing anymore.
Well, it's so crazy that boxing now, even for this fight was so hyped and everything, and it wasn't the greatest fight. But when was the last time the mainstream media talked about boxing before this? Pacquiao versus Mayweather, which was 3 or 4 years ago, which was a dud, was a joke, which was a terrible, dud of a fight.
And that's what I'm saying. I mean, to me, boxing as we know it, and I said this a long time ago, just when I predicted the end of boxing, I told him at the conference this week. A couple years ago, I predicted the end of football, and I'm still saying the end of football is near. Football as we know it.
Okay.
I don't see football survive. I hope I'm wrong, but by the what are we 2020?
Mm-hmm.
By around 2035, won't be no more football.
Period.
Yeah, 15 more years won't be no more football.
Okay.
It'll be like the Jetsons. You know how they used to have them robots out there and somebody controlling them from the sideline and all that? It'll be that kind of football. It'll be like remote control football with like life-size robots out there. And it'll be like that movie with Wolverine when he was the kid's daddy and they were fighting, robots were fighting. Whatever that movie was. Like somebody tell me.
Oh, Real Steel.
Real Steel.
Yeah, Real Steel.
What's up, Zach Brown? Zach Brown in the building. Zach Brown, I'm surprised you're not playing in the XFL. Zach Brown is one of my former players, one hell of a football player, linebacker / fullback in arena football.
Okay.
And Zach, type your comments in there and give us what you feel about the XFL. I told him it don't look like nothing but a big glorified arena football game to me. That's what it looks like to me, except it's 11-on-11. Other than that, it looks like a big arena football game.
Okay.
That's all it is to me. But anyway.
Last topic. going to actually talk back to football. The NFL Combine is starting tomorrow. Going to be in prime time for the first time ever. So not going to be during the day. So you can, when you get home, you can turn it on. I think it's on NFL Network from like 6 to 11 or something like that, and watch a bunch of people work out. What are your thoughts? Anything that you're looking forward to? Do you enjoy watching this?
I really don't. I don't really care to watch it. I mean, you know, I participated in it as an athlete coming out of college. I've watched it before. I watched it, of course, when there are people that I know in it.
Right.
Like when Bradley Roby did it, obviously I watched. You know, when Cameron Hayward and some of those guys, I watched. We got some guys from GATA who are at the facility working out, preparing for it with Chuck Smith and some other guys and whatnot. Chuck told me today, hey, we got 3 of these guys that are leaving, getting ready to head for the combine. Okay. So let's wish them well. You know, I spoke to the young men, that kind of thing. I mean, that, you know, I will try to watch them if I can. I'm not a big proponent of watching that. No. Because at the end of the day, I don't believe, and don't get me wrong, what is it? 265 people, I think.
I think that's
in the combine, if I'm not mistaken, that's the number. I think that combine might have an effect on 10.
In terms of their stock going up.
In terms of their stock going up and down, okay. I think those people already know. I mean, when you have been following somebody, when you have been deciding you're going to choose somebody, all that kind of stuff. I mean, I don't think that you know, them having a good or bad performance at the combine, and let's keep it real. Let me keep it real for y'all, really real. If you have a bad performance at the combine, guess what everybody does?
Oh, I'm going to do it at the pro day.
Go home and have a pro day. So you go home and have a pro day, and it basically erases the combine.
Right.
That's why I don't think y'all get it sometimes. Be trying to explain it to you. Because a lot of that stuff they have on TV, they always looking to create, you know, interest.
Okay.
And that's all the combine is. Combine is another way to just rope you in and just to get you to turn on the TV, tune in, be interested in the NFL and what they're doing. And it's got a lot of bells and whistles. I understand that. And that's why I understand why the average Joe is going to tune into that and make a big deal out of that and everything else. But at the end of the day, there are people who've gone to the combine, absolutely trashed it. They were terrible, went back, had a good pro day, and got drafted, if not in the position they were projected to be, higher because they had such a good pro day.
Okay.
And that's what I'm saying. So what's the big deal about the combine?
My question now is, like, do you kind of understand why, though, coaches and GMs and NFL scouts like this? Because you can get, for the most part, all the draftable players that you can then get. You can get them all in one field, and you can test them all at the exact same, you know, the 40 time, the shuttle time, the vert, and you can then get all their measurements combined together to then, you know, it can create one big list of, you know, measurables and things like that. And I know that's not not.
But why are you going to go to the pro day then? Why are you going to take the pro day measurements? If you already got it then, why are you going to alter all the information that you already got? Because that's what you do.
Right.
And you do it for everybody. So you go you collect all this data that you're talking about. And then basically I can throw this spreadsheet out and just recreate me another one by going around to 45 pro days, watching the players that I'm looking for, and redo what they had a chance to do and show me there.
Well, maybe this helps you. You know, you start off with a list of 100 guys going into the combine. I don't know. I'm just throwing this out there.
Okay.
Maybe, and you know, GMX has 100 guys that he, you know, going in the combine, he likes 100 guys.
Okay.
When they do the combine, he can then maybe find 2 or 3 guys that wowed him during the combine that maybe he wasn't looking at. He can then go back and start viewing that guy's tape or going to that guy's pro day to talk to him more or whatever.
Keep going.
Do you think that is some type of benefit for it, that it can help also bring out, maybe for some of these guys that play on a smaller school or maybe don't have the coverage?
Let me ask you this. There's a guy that he really, really likes. Been watching him all season.
Mm-hmm.
He has a bad combine.
Yep.
He has a bad combine. You think he's gonna throw that guy out?
No.
What's he gonna do? Go watch his pro day.
Yeah.
Go watch his pro day.
Or have an individual workout with him or something like that. Or send another coach out there.
That's my point. Okay. My point is that if you're gonna do that anyway, and you're gonna allow that, why even have the combine? Because the bottom line is that I hear what you're saying. You're saying, well, they're collecting data.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm all about that. That's great. You're collecting data. Why are you now going to throw that data out and replace it with other data? Why are you even going to go? You got your data.
Right.
Your data's right there in front of you. Your data says this is what happened at the combine. I would even suggest to you that if you're going to do the combine, why would you throw out the data when this guy did these numbers in front of his peers and in front of a national TV audience and in front of America, which is what he's going to be doing if he gets in the NFL anyway.
Right.
These are the circumstances he's going to be having to perform under, and he peed down his leg. So if he did that at the combine, why then would you replace that data with data when he goes and he gets to let his strength coach put his Pampers on for him and put his booties on
he
and
works with the same guys he's been working with for 4 years
that he likes it taped and he doesn't like doing 40s in this direction. He likes doing them in the other direction on that other end of the field down there. Why are you gonna give him all that in his little rocking chair, his little crib, his little cradle? Why would you honor that data over the data of him being at the combine, which is supposed to be the end all be all, whatever?
Right.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't get that. Okay. I don't understand why you would do that and then just throw it out and trash it when, he kind of disappointed us today. He only had a 32-inch vertical. We had heard that he jumped 40. Well, I can jump 40 if you go back to Vanderbilt, or if you go back to my college where I because it's different here. Y'all got some weird kind of floor or something or whatnot. I'm used to jumping off the floor in our weight room.
Right.
And so now all of a sudden he goes back and then you have this thing on TV. They put a little comparison. Well, at the combine he did this, but his pro day he did that. And the combine here, pro day here. I mean, give me a break.
Okay.
And I mean, if I am a GM, I'm calling this the question with everybody. It's like, first of all, we need to save some damn money around here because I got 18 scouts, and all 18 of you are about to go to 45 colleges,
right,
to look at pro days. Well, what the hell? I mean, what's the purpose of y'all being here? I mean, I don't get that. I mean, that doesn't make any sense to me. Okay. Why don't we just, before we do anything, just wait till the pro day?
Okay.
Because I'm tell you why. This is what they're going to say. Well, because they might have a great combine.
Right.
Okay. I'm telling you this. If it's a kid that we are going for, we want them to do the combine and the pro day.
Right.
Because I can tell you as an NFL player, what they do is, I want to do well enough at the combine, I can sit out my pro day. Okay. I don't want to have to do the pro day.
Okay.
Only the guys who do bad at the combine do the pro day. The guys who were invited, only 265 get invited anyway.
Right.
So of those 265, if somebody did the combine and they're going back and doing their pro day, it's because they jacked some up at the combine.
Okay.
And when you do your pro day, you don't have to do everything.
No.
Like all you have to do is say, hey, all I'm doing today is the 40.
Yep.
I had a bad 40 at the combine.
Yep.
All my other measurements, keep those.
Right.
But the 40, I'm gonna redo.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's really just strange.
Okay.
But like I said, I just want some of you guys to think about that because some people don't know any better.
Right. And just one quick more thing on the combine. Is there for you as a coach, and again, someone that went there, former player, is there I know you say you don't really watch it, but is there a position group that you think maybe the combine benefits, or you specifically look at more than another, or you really don't care anything about the combine for the running backs or whatever?
Yeah, it changes every year. Everybody knows that every year it's a different group. Like this year, they say they're so deep at wide receiver. They say there's probably 20 guys, who could be in the first couple rounds.
Top 100 picks.
Yeah, because it's like I said, they're really, really deep at receiver this year. Okay. They say they're kind of deep at quarterback. I mean, they got, again, they're saying 3-4 guys could go in the first round, possibly. And with the dumbass teams that are picking in the first top 10 or whatever, I like Cincinnati.
We're getting Joe Burrow. So.
I know. They say that Miami's probably going to get one.
Tua.
They said Detroit wants to get one.
Detroit.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's a bunch of jackass teams out there who, whenever you let the sorry teams pick first, I mean, Atlanta probably get one. I mean, it's just, I mean, that's what's going to happen. And so I like watching the draft.
Right.
I'd much rather watch the draft than the combine.
Yeah.
Because you see people do dumb things, like picking Johnny Manziel. Or like picking Baker Mayfield. I mean, it's funny. The draft is kind of like, which quarterback is Cleveland going to pick this year? I mean, that's pretty much what the draft is. What dumbass is Cleveland going to pick this year? Because they know it's going to happen. I mean, that's the draft.
Yeah.
That's the draft. And I mean, people watch it more for that. They don't care about what's his name? The kid from Ohio State.
Chase Young.
Everybody knows Chase Young gonna go 1 or 2 or something like that. He'd be in the top 2.
Yep.
Everybody knows Joe Burrow is probably gonna go 1.
Number 1.
I mean, everybody understands that. And then after that, they're like, okay.
Yep.
Oh boy, it's Cleveland's turn. Let's see what the hell they're gonna do, because it's gonna be good. And everybody knows they're gonna pick, John Dombrowski, long snapper. What in the world? I mean that's what happens. It's always some kind of boo-boo pig. I mean, everybody knows that. But that's Cleveland. And I mean, that has become as much a part of the draft as anything.
Yeah.
And same thing, New York Jets. They always make an ass out of themselves. I mean, Cleveland, Cincinnati this year. I mean, Cincinnati, they can't really go wrong.
No.
Because the biggest wrong they could do is not get Joe Burrows and get Chase Young, and you still good.
Yeah, I'd still be okay with that.
Still be okay,
I would
and
100% be okay with that.
And I would too, and that's my point.
Yeah.
But I mean, they should get a quarterback because Andy Dalton's done.
Oh yeah.
But like I said, that could be the worst thing they could do.
And if they wanted to trade the pick, I'd be okay with that too. If they got like 3 first-round picks, because we're in straight rebuild mode anyway, so I'd be okay with that too.
But you stay in rebuild mode. Yeah. Who can remember last time Cleveland wasn't in rebuild mode?
You mean Cincinnati?
Exactly. Oh, Cincinnati. I'm sorry, Cincinnati. Cincinnati wasn't in rebuild mode. You the only one.
I can.
Nobody else raised their hand. You the only one. Folks, it's 9 o'clock. Yep. We got to get out of here.
Yep. Real quick, special shout out. My wife's birthday's on Wednesday, so happy birthday.
Oh my God. Man, you got more family shout outs than
it's like being on the Waltons. Shout out every week.
It's like being on the Waltons on here. Lord have mercy. Whenever you go on here, it's like being on the Waltons. Folks, let's pray. Let's all pray together that Jason will get over whatever's wrong with him and that he'll be back next week. We got to get out of here
next week.
Oh my God. We got to get out of here. Thank y'all for listening. Thank Zach Brown, Richard Hood, Sam Kingsbury, Terry Davis, Bradley Davis.
Yep.
I saw a lot of folks on here now. I can't remember all of them. But anyway, we thank all y'all for being here. We'll see y'all next week. Good night, Miss Francis.
Straight from the hip.
I don't know why this damn thing was so jumpy early.